This is Curtis coming at you from Ace Per Head Studios once again. This time we're going to do a double take on the Miami Dolphins offensive line. This time it's not going to be just focusing on one player, but the entire line and how it did last week. Now, I put out a video about Austin Jackson, and it was pretty bad tape. And a lot of people became very troubled about the offensive line. But I really wanted to do this quicker. Things kind of got slowed down. We're jazzing up the studio a little bit. Really to show that Austin Jackson was a contained unit and Solomon Kinley was a contained unit of issue on the run game. But other than that, there was a lot to feel good about. Not great, but good. And so we're going to go through a film study and check that out. Now, I also did another video. The Dolphins were looking for a tackle, and then some articles came out, and it was all focused on they were looking for a right tackle, even though the tackle position was never mentioned. So everybody was aiming bullseyes at Jesse Davis. But now that they've traded for Greg Little from the Panthers, and he's playing left tackle, maybe the Dolphins were getting a little bit worried earlier on Jackson, and it wasn't Davis at all. Okay, so let's take a look at the film. And you get to remember, this is a unit, and Eichenberg wasn't in there. So we have to remember that as well. And this time, we can't write Jackson off. Can't get too excited on Greg Little either. But let's take a look at the tape. Here we go. We're going to look at every play with the starters, and we're going to do a scorecard. Basically, count up every failure and every success, major failure and success, and we'll kind of like lay out a general scorecard of how things went. This was on the receiver missing his block. You can see it right here, but I think the problem was that the ball was snapped with him directly behind the tackle. So in my mind, either it should have been snapped before so he could have shot the gap to get to that second level, or waited till he fully passed. The fact that it was snapped with him directly behind the tackle means he had to go run around the bush in order to get him. But everything else is blocked up nice. On this one, you can see, again, this is pretty clear. Everyone's blocked up except for Jackson. Don't need to get too deep into that when we did it in the last video. Again, you can see pretty much everyone's blocked up except for Jackson. So on this one, you can see that the numbers really weren't there for the Dolphins. Now, Jesse Davis does a nice job peeling off the last second. It was really hard for him to catch that guy. Gives him a little bit of a chip, just enough for Brown to break the tackle, and this was a very nice run. All right, so on this one, this is one of the problems I think that we're seeing is teams are just run blitzing the rollout of Tua, and they're not really afraid of him getting out there. I think the tight end could have done a little better job, but this was just a nice play by the defense. You really can't fault anybody for anything on that one. See right here, everything's blocked up. Nobody made any mistakes. Very nice job. Again, this is a quick block, but look at Jackson in the top corner. He was already getting beat, but it was a quick throw. So, all right, so here we are in the run game, and we went over this the last time. You see that tight end actually needs to take the outside man, but he comes inside, and him and Jackson take one guy, and he doesn't go anywhere. And then Kinley gets beat as well. Now we'll go back to the second run. Now we'll go back to this next run play. And you can see Kinley right here, 66, getting beat. Now, yeah, the guy shot in there. But if Kinley had done his job, it would have offered a better opportunity. He was already going lateral at that point. I can see the play action here. And right there's the hold by Jackson. A beautiful pass by Tua that was robbed by a hold. All right, on this one, you can see what I like here. Watch. Robert Hunt and Jesse Davis are working well together with Dita. And watch the switch. See, I like that look right there. Dita was able to pick it up, and Hunt had his hand out. And this was a very well protected pass play. Again, this is the inside draw, and everyone's perfectly blocked up. But watch Kinley lose his man, and he's the guy who makes the tackle. See, Davis lets his guy get a little too much inside. He got too much of an angle, and it put a little pressure on, and Tua did a very good job staying in the pocket. The inside draw again, and we can see here, everyone's blocked up. Nice run. At the top of the screen, we can see Jackson get beat. Another run play where Jackson gets beat. Pretty much self-explanatory. On this one, this is brutal. Jackson getting beat. Destroyed, actually. Again, this is the one time Hunt I saw he got taken advantage of. Both Jackson and Hunt allowed far too much pressure. This was a great play by Tua. Inside run, again, Jackson getting beat. Inside draw. This was now Jackson had a nice play here. And if you can see the bots right in the middle, Dieter falls down. And that was one of his struggles, was his run blocking. And so Dieter just kind of fell down and was defeated, and his defender is the one who made the tackle. But everyone else did a pretty good job. Again, this is a really crucial run play. And I believe it's Smythe is the one who saves this play, because that was the big. See, right here, everybody inside does the right thing. Davis, though, gets beat inside on the run blocking, and it's Smythe who really saves the day on this one. This was just him rolling out. I don't know. He got a little nervous there for a second. Brissett got a little nervous. And we looked at this one the last time. Good run blocking, very good. But Austin Jackson gets beat. If you want to go back and look at the yellow tape, you can see that he had double help, but still he just couldn't maintain it. On this one, Jackson gets okey-doked, and so does Kinley. All right, well, Jesse Davis was taken out. We're not full starter mode, but you can see the interior pressure mostly from Jackson, a little bit from Hunt. Another pass play, the interior pressure with Kinley getting driven back. Another pass play with both Kinley and Jackson breaking down. On this one, you can see right here, Dieter's on the ground, but Jackson is getting pushed into the quarterback. This was all good run blocking except a miss by the receiver in motion. All right, this is second and forward, some decent run blocking, but Dieter allows penetration, totally whiffs on the run block. And the receiver doesn't get a good block, allows him in the backfield. And so that kind of shuts down the play. They're lucky to get to third and one. So they're lucky to get to 3rd and 1. So this is the big 3rd and 1 conversion here. Nice run inside. Everyone kind of blocks pretty well. Play action. Tight end allows too much penetration, forces Brissett out. All right, on this one, a major issue is Solomon Kinley can't get to the second level, and he misses both blockers. You can see Kinley losing the battle pretty bad here, as well as Larnell Coleman. And this is a really bad one. This is Jackson. I mean, we're almost at the end of this. And we're almost at the end of the first half, and Jackson just gets taken to the cleaners on that one. That was very ugly, but beautiful pass. So that was it. So here's a scorecard. You can see it's pretty obvious what the most glaring issue was. So this is a big week. Let's see how they score out this time. All right. So you got to see the tape. And give or take a little bit, I think we can all kind of agree there were some good things on the offensive line. And if you eliminate Jackson and his mistakes, just think about how this line would have operated. And then if you go to another level, and we don't know how Eichenberg will perform in the run game, but if he can perform even just a little bit better than Kinley in the run game, there is some things to hold your head about. So wrapping it all up, things can change very quick with Jackson. Maybe he'll have a much better week this week. But he needs to, because aside from Grady Jackson, the defensive front of the Falcons is a step lower than what they faced last week, and it's going to be several steps lower than what's in the AFC East. Now, Lawson got injured for the Jets, and that's a big deal. He's out for the season. That's a big break for the edges, of who they're going to be facing. But still, they need a good showing, and Jackson needs a good showing. Good news, so far, Eichenberg will play. So this is Curtis at Ace Per Head Studios. Thank you for staying to the end. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. As I always say, comments mean so much. I'm going to do a video on comments and how many great comments I've been getting and how much I've learned. Good dialogue. So keep them coming. And a shout out to our sponsors, Ace Per Head. They want to let you know that this is the time to get on the action. And using their world-class software is the best way to take advantage of all that's going on right now. Great company and amazing sponsors. So this is Curtis saying thank you once again, and catch you next time.